Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Mo Rubenstein Stadium in Ambridge High School. Tonight, it's Northwest State action as the Highlands Golden Rams travel to face the Bridgers of Ambridge. And travel we did, Mr. Choma, along with the Dean, Mike Choma, John Dankich, Mike Pavlik, greeting you from Mo Rubenstein and Dina. It was longer than it needed to be getting here.
Pittsburgh Mills, stay away from it. Took us, 45 minutes to get through. Smooth sailing after that. We did, hour and 15?
We did well to get here by about a little after 6, so it worked out for us. Well, let's talk about last week. The Rams got their first win. It couldn't have come at a better time. It gets them kind of back into things here. But we did lose Danny Timmons to an ejection in that game, and you have some information on that.
Yeah, it came at a price, Mike. Danny, again, missed the first 2 games with injury. He's not going to be able to dress tonight because he was ejected from the game. And the reason was, we watched it a few times on tape. Gabe got in a skirmish with a kid from Beaver. Danny came over to break it up. Then you can see very clearly in the tape that a kid stepped in from Beaver, pulled her head back, and then shot it forward. And Danny said he spit in his face. Well, he reacted, and the reaction was to take a swing at him. Didn't hit him, but that swing itself prompted the referee to throw Danny out of the game. And again, sent that information on WPL. They obviously didn't do anything about it, but we just let him know he was reacting, not acting. And it's a tough break for Danny because, again, he's a senior. He's trying to play as much as he can, and very disappointed not to be in the starting lineup tonight.
Now, we'll have some more information on the rules about personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conducts as we go on. 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, you are ejected for that. Personal fouls, not necessarily, and they categorize them differently. The unsportsmanlike conduct is non-contact, so anything that would be encompassing that. Well, let's talk about the Highlands defense, Dean. It's been getting better every week. It got much better last week, only allowing 2 touchdowns against the Beaver team that was 3-1 coming into the game. And, personnel-wise, they seem to have settled into some things.
Well, Mike, 17 yards they limited Beaver on passing last week, and I think a lot of that goes to having Seth Cohen coming in and playing at safety. He's been playing both ways lately. If you notice in the non-conference games, they weren't going to take that chance, but conference games, we've had him out there, and we've had to have him out there because, again, we're getting beat up in the secondary. So my theory is tonight's a conference game. We can't lose another conference game, obviously, so I would hope to get out early and get him off the field. That would be my own personal choice because, again, our backup quarterback situation not very good. We got 2 guys out tonight, so got to keep Seth healthy and on the field, especially on offense.
Well, let's talk about the health report for tonight. Gabe Booker, is he going to be back?
Yes, in fact, we got 2 Bookers back, Mike. Gabe, the senior, wears number 9, and number 20, Terrence, the freshman, will be back tonight. Gabe Tuesday got cleared to play, so he practiced all week. He's a go tonight. Again, he did not play last week due to injury, so he'll possibly be limited. We'll see how far he goes, too.
I've been calling for Gabe Booker to run a kickback all year. I have a number for you. When we came in here to open last season, Logan Christ ran back the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and the winning score was scored on a punt return by Gabe Booker. I'm predicting that Highlands is going to have a non-offensive touchdown tonight, and I have a number to go along with it. In the last 10 years, when Highlands scores a non-offensive touchdown, they're 25-4.
And that was the start of Coach Girardi's career, when you think about it, that kick return for
the very first play. Right?
Exactly, and like I said, that's a great number, Mike. I'd like to see it happen here tonight. It's not going to happen on the opening kick, though, because Highlands is going to be kicking off tonight. Ambridge is going to receive, so again, we want to get the second half kick. Nothing in the first half.
Good enough. B&J Sports, located at 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, has been outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley for more than 45 years. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques, any kind of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J. They're open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon, so stop in today. Or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
Mike, the Ambridge starters brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting. And again, I think we're going to see that spread offense tonight, Mike. They have a big quarterback, number 12, Mason Osborne. Their running back is number 2, Devon Gill-Martin. But then they go 4 wides, number 13, Benny Karklik, number 8, Navon Locust, 14, Austin Lodovicki. That's a Blackhawk name.
How about
and number 6 is Anthony Prentice. So, again, like I said, they're going to probably spread the ball around the field. We do the same thing, so it might be up and down tonight.
Opening kickoff is brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. If you can get there, basketball training for 3rd graders all the way up to varsity and beyond. You can check them out on Instagram at Micah Mason 22.
J.C. Bowser in a kick for the Golden Rams. She's done it all year.
And let's check who the Bridgers have back in their brand new gray uniforms. Number 13 is Benny Korklick, and number 8 is Navon Locust. This is Locust, left side 25, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Bridgers will start. And Johnny Kreis, of all people, down there to make the tackle.
He's down there on special teams, Mike. What is he doing on special teams? And Noah Gillette made the tackle, too. Johnny, by the way, they're going to fire him tonight, Mike, from the corner slot.
Oh, I was afraid they were going to fire him.
No, they're going to actually. Okay. He was all excited at the team meal today. He said, I'm going to take the quarterback's head off. I said, Johnny, don't do that. Bring him politely down to the ground. Of course, in high school, you can get away with that.
More so. 1st and 10 for the Bridgers at their 30-yard line. Mason Osborne is the quarterback. Straight drop, going to throw it, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it out to the far side of the field, but Cohen had the coverage on his intended receiver, and that was Evan Morgan.
Mentioned him in the pregame, Mike. The offensive line for Ambridge, they have number 63, Christian Kowalowski. Left guard is 55, Richie Ketch. 70 is the center, David Polchek. 56 right guard is Mikhail Pringle, and the right tackle is 66, Jacob Trotman.
Again, starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting for all your commercial and industrial painting needs. They got you covered. Call Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights today, 724-224-2851. They've been doing it since 1979.
Movement before.
Osborne going to run a toss to the near side of the field, and this is Locust, and the Rams have him strung out, but he gets away, breaks another tackle. He's to the 15-20. Jochum chases him down, and they finally throw him out into the Highlands bench up over the 30 to the 34-yard line.
A lot of high tackles there, Mike.
That's a lot of running for 4 yards.
Seth Cohn in on a stop. But again, they had him trapped in the backfield. Mentioned the defense for the Golden Rams. We've already mentioned we have Seth Cohn in the starting lineup, along with 26, Johnny Kreis in the defensive backfield. Safety number 2, Caleb Radishak in the corner. Did a nice job last week, Mike. Number 28, Brandon Jochum.
He had a lot of tackles, and it wasn't because they threw a lot of balls in front of him. It's because he came up on run support.
Sure did.
3rd down, 6 for the Bridgers. At the 34-yard line, Mason Osborne, the junior quarterback, number 12. He's back. Here come the Rams after him. They hit him. They got him. He gets away, fumbles, loose, and he falls on it at the 28-yard line. Now, the Rams say they have it, but Osborne's on it. Clearly. It'll be 4th down. Oh, good job by the Rams defensively.
Ethan Jones gets the sack, Mike, and the good news is I didn't get to introduce the entire defense because they're 3 and out, but I'll get to them while we're waiting for the punt. Ethan Jones, left end. 52 is Joaquin Roman, left tackle. 50, Jermaine Nelson, right tackle. And Max Wesson, 59, is the right end. He did a great job last week too, Mike. Couple sacks and a fumble recovery.
Caleb Radishak and Gabe Booker. High snap.
Oh, boy,
and they get it blocked. They get a piece of it.
He did.
The Rams get a piece of
Johnny.
It's loose. And now the Bridgers will just let it go. Well, it wasn't returned for a touchdown, but the Rams are going to get great field position. The punt by Jake Gorman, the Rams got a hand on it, and they will have great field position on the Ambridge side of the football field.
By the way, our linebacker, 33, Noah Gillette, 44, Cam Taylor, 8, Elijah Fondrick. He did a great job last week. Let's introduce the offense for the Golden Rams, led by quarterback number 14, Seth Cohen. Running back is 44, Cameron Taylor. And Mike, they're going fast, though.
20,
the rest of them after this.
27 yards gets Seth Cohen over 1,000 for the year.
He comes in 977.
Darren Hildebrand out over the football. 1st and 10. Taylor's a setback, and of course, offset is Gillette. Loveland and Kreis to the left. Booker to the right. Booker playing wide out here. Play clock at 10. 1st down, Highlands at the Ambridge 49. And the give is to Cam Taylor. Had a big week last week.
Pick it up where he left off.
Barrels over a man inside the 45 and down to the Ambridge 42-yard line as he's brought down by number 6, Anthony Prentice.
Like you mentioned, Noah Gillette, the wides are 26, Johnny Kreis, 10, DJ Loveland, and number 2, Caleb Radishak, and they're going to be joined by number 9 out there tonight, Gabe Booker, and I see him back in the lineup.
2nd and 3 for Highlands. Good start by Cam Taylor, who went for 179 a week ago. Crabbing motion for Gillette. And a give us to Taylor. Oh, gets a big hole off the left side inside the 40, and it's got a Highlands 1st down to the Ambridge 36-yard line.
Nice job of hitting hole that time by Cam. What did he give him on that 8?
6. First and 10 for Highlands.
Offensive line, we mentioned Daniel Timmons not in the lineup tonight. He's replaced by 68, Nathan Rydell. Max Weston is left guard. Number 59, 53, Darren Hildebrand is our center. 50, Jermaine Nelson is the right guard. And 52, Joaquin Roman is right tackle.
Press coverage on Johnny at the bottom of the screen, but
there
they
he
help
is.
over top.
Over
this is
shoulder.
Booker, and Booker makes a great job to pull it in inside the 10, and first and goal, Highlands at the 3-yard line.
43 yards. Seth picking up where he left off last week.
Welcome back, Gabe Booker. The gain from the 36 to the 3.
That's where I have a 3-yard.
33 yards, first and goal.
Cam Taylor.
For Gabe Booker, that's only his second catch of the year. Here's the give to Taylor, tries to barrel through, keeps fighting, puts it over the goal line. I think he's in. No, they're going to call him down.
I can't believe it, Mike. I saw him clearly
at the 1 line.
Wow, I had him clearly in that time.
Well, he reached it over, but the question was, where was his knee down?
Well, going to go fast. I think it's going to be Cam again.
I think it's going to be Seth. Nope, he's out of the shotgun. Second and goal, Highlands. Taylor, you're right. Touchdown, Highlands. Cam Taylor stepped over a man and gets into the end zone.
And the good news, Mike, I didn't get to introduce the Ambridge starting defense. We scored too quick.
When you do, we'll mention Dan Timmons again. Highlands is on the board. For Cam Taylor, that is his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. The Rams have drawn first blood. They lead at 6-0 here at Mo Rubenstein. Gillette will snap it. Cohen will hold it. J.C. Bowser at the post to our right. They ran a man on late.
Trouble with that last week.
Seth Jones gets out there.
In fact, Holly was late getting on. That's how that first extra point got blocked.
Bowser 15 for 18, make it 16 for 19 as the kick is through. And at 9:06 left first quarter, the Rams lead it 7-0.
And that was tidy, Mike.
Tidy indeed. Yeah, so tell the folks about your Tootsie Rolls.
Yes, every time you go to Planet Fitness, they have a big Tootsie Roll bin there, and I go to get 2, and I end up taking 8. I don't know how that happens.
How that happens either. That's amazing.
It gets stuck to my hand somehow, but...
While we were waiting in traffic, he offered me one, but I passed.
I ate the 8 waiting in traffic, by the way. But Planet Fitness, again, in Heights Plaza in Toronto Heights, home for the judgment-free zone. Take as many Tootsie Rolls as you want. I get the stink eye occasionally. I take like 2 dozen, but other than that...
If it's free, it's for you, and you'll take 8.
That's right. Planet Fitness provides a unique setting where everyone, and we mean everyone, is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment. You get Tootsie Rolls, it can't be that intimidating, right?
No, I don't think.
Just $10 a month, open and staffed 24/7, 7 days a week. Teens 13 and 15, you can join if you're accompanied by an adult 18 or older. 16-year-olds can have their own membership. Remember, it's just $10 a month at Planet Fitness in Heights Plaza. Go and see Rick today.
So the Rams lead 7-0. Season turned around in the rainstorm at the end of the first half last week, and it's like they've been 2 different teams.
I call it our baptism.
It's amazing.
They enjoy jumping around.
That ball may go out of bounds, and now it's going to have to be taken by Locust. He's inside his 10-yard line, and the Rams, Johnny Christ, brings him down at the 8.
Great job there
that
by
ball died. JC's kick just died. JC had 2 touchbacks last week.
She's really kicking the ball well.
And she had the gale behind her, too, during those. Those helped, too. You get some wind up at that place at home.
Oh, especially when it
should be your non-offensive touchdown.
So the ball will be at I'll say the 9.
And Isaiah Coleman was down there too, Mike. He turned him in. Johnny finished the job.
Sweet. First and 10. Checking that defensive backfield. Holly, Radishak, Cohen, and Kreis. Across the back.
So no Johnny?
Kreis. Or no, Jocham. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jocham. No, Johnny's not in there on this play. If he is, he's up close. He's not. First and 10.
Here they come.
Osborne throws on a slant. It's caught by Flanagan. Flanagan up over the 25, and he's going to have a first down to the 27-yard line.
Gillette brought him down. There was heat from Rydell, but Osborne stepped up nicely in the pocket to get them out of the shadow of their goal line, Mike.
17 yards.
He's a big kid, 6'4", 205, only a junior.
Amari Flanagan.
Osborne gets his first completion.
First down at the 26. Rams lead 7-0. Just under 9 to go first quarter at Mo Rubenstein Stadium. A great facility, by the way. And the give is to Davon Gilmartin. He doesn't have much. He gets up to the 29. Jeremiah Nelson was down there.
And Mike, these are brand new uniforms. They are alternative uniforms also. They're wearing the gray for the first time.
They're okay. I like them. They're kind of Arizona Diamondback-ish.
We can read the numbers. That's the most important.
And they have gray matte helmets, pretty much. Not bad. I prefer their maroon. Osborne throws, and it's incomplete. Too low for his intended receiver, Chandler Catrona. Osborne now 1 for 3. It'll bring up a third down for the Bridgers. Ambridge had their long losing streak. They had lost 22 straight. And 2 weeks ago, their only home game so far this year, they beat Waynesburg 14-0. Those are the only 2 offensive touchdowns they've scored all season.
Yeah, Mike, 18 games in a row in conference they lost.
And still have.
Yep. Haven't won a Northwest 8 game yet.
Osborne is back. Has all day. Can make a sandwich. Going to fire it deep down the middle, and it's incomplete. He overthrows his intended receiver. That was Austin Ludovici. Johnny Kreis, or was that Brandon?
That was Brandon.
That was Brandon. Had the coverage, and it's 4th down.
He was with him step for step, too, Mike. There was no place to throw the ball.
4th and 7. The Rams will get the punt. And they got a piece of the first one. Jake Gorman is back there to punt it again. Radishak and Booker are the deep men. Beautiful night. Yeah, this is the best night we've had all year. Now, the night at Knock was gorgeous, too. It didn't turn out so well.
Here comes the rush again.
And he gets it out of there. And it hits. And finally, the Bridgers fall on it at the 49-yard line. Good job on special teams by Austin Ludovici to get down there and get it. The Rams have great field position again. This time they'll start at the Highlands 49, leading 7-0.
Let me introduce the defense for the Ambridge Bridgers. Again, brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting. Defensive end is number 55, Riley Catch. Number 70 is the other defensive tackle, David Polacek. And defensive end is 63, Kristen Kamzelski.
By the way, that 100-yard game by Taylor was the first 100-yard game by a Rams running back now since Jermaine Jett last season. Tight pistol.
Early.
Riddell was a little early.
Yep.
Now, Seth Cohen and Taylor both had 100 yards last week. That was the first time that a pair of Rams ran for 100 yards in a game since 2011, and that was a running back quarterback combination also. Do you have a shot at that?
2011.
2011.
Give me a minute with that one.
1st and 15.
Like they have an injury tonight. Defensive tackle 73, Matt Keeley, not able to go, so 66, Jacob Trotman replaces him. That means their offensive and defensive line goes both ways.
Cohen back. Cohen fires. Oh, Booker down there, and he just missed him at the 30-yard line. It's interesting how they're playing Johnny Kreis. They are Oakland Raiders manning him up, Willie Brown right in his face. And then they have a safety back over the top if he breaks free. That's how they're doubling him. It's an interesting way they're doing it.
And they're talking to him the whole time. Number 6 is Anthony Prentice. He doesn't realize Johnny will talk back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Prentice is on him, and then over the top is the safety, Amari Flanagan. I mean, he's so close he might be offside. Little trouble on the snap. Taylor jumps over a man and gets some yardage. Spins out of there. Gets over the 50 and down to the Ambridge 48-yard line. Boy, he made something out of nothing there. Ended up with 7. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
5 rushes, 24 yards now for Cam. Their linebackers, Mike, are number 13, Benny Krocklick, 34, Correa King, 56, Mackay Pringle, and number 2, Devon Gilmart.
Rams go quickly. Now they're going to get the play.
Mentioned Anthony Prentice in one corner. The other one is 16, Antron Dixon. And the safety is Austin Levicki.
Play clock down to 7. They may want to call timeout. The play clock's down to 4. Now they get it off. And Cohen is looking. Cohen's going to fire it near side of the field, and it is. Oh, what a catch!
What a catch by DJ Loveland.
At the 19-yard line. How did Loveland hold on to that?
And he knew what was coming, Mike, and the blow was delivered by number 8, Navon Locust. But boy, and he was kind of high that time, Mike. They didn't call it.
It's a 30-yard pickup and a headache after, but first down Highlands.
Great catch by DJ. The concentration to hold on, Mike. DJ had a great game against Beaver last week, too. Had big touchdown right before the half, Mike.
First down at the 19. Give it to Taylor. Blockers in front.
Nice
Taylor
block.
to 15. Cuts inside the 10.
He's not
First
going
and
down,
goal
Mike.
and more at the 5-yard line.
Great block that time by Max Weston, Mike. He sealed that defensive tackle, pulled his guard. Cam, very patient that time, waited, and was rewarded. 15-yard gain, going to make it first and goal.
They're going to put it on the 6.
Referee tonight is Todd DeBrock.
Cam's up to 36 yards already. First and goal. The give is to Taylor. Taylor weaves his way through for a Highlands touchdown. Second of the night for Cam Taylor, and the Rams lead at 13-0.
2 last week and 2 this week for Cam. And all 235 pounds went forward on that play, Mike.
The battering ram has his second of the night.
There you saw the rugby player. He wanted contact.
Gillette to snap. Cohen to hold. Bowser to kick at the post to our right. And it's good.
Right through the upright.
6:26 left of the first quarter. It's Highlands 14. And the Bridgers nothing. Well, with football season in full swing, you've probably been putting off that much-needed work around the house. Why not let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations install a new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner? With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian Nee and his team of professionals at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee that your job will be completed on time exactly the way you want it, and in plenty of time to have that championship celebration. Customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or visit their Facebook page. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy. Highlands scoring again on a 5-play, 51-yard drive.
And they're very efficient so far.
Yeah, offensively, they've been clicking here recently. Here's the kick by Bowser. And this is Locust at the 13. Tries to cut it. Finds some open field. Radishak's chasing him. 25-30. Locust on his way. 50. Can Coleman get him? 35. And Coleman does get him and throws him out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Well, quite a job by Isaiah Coleman.
And Mike, unfortunately, the angle of pursuit by Radishak, he was turning up too far inside. Took advantage of it that time. Ambridge in great position. Talking about kicks being returned, Mike, they've had 2 long ones.
So the Bridgers start at the Highlands 19-yard line.
It'll put the defense to work.
They split 16. Antron Dixon far out to the right. Davon Gilmartin the setback, and now
they got to take a timeout.
They got to take a timeout. Does he have a? He was putting his hands over his ear. Do they have a receiver in the helmet? I mean, what was that? What was that all about, Mason Osborne? Timeout. Ambridge are first.
Mike, the good news: the Birdie picked us to win 42-10. Bad news: the Birdie hasn't got us right all year. He was 9-3 last week, 44-10 for the year. But again, he has not picked Highlands from the Plum game till tonight. Has not picked Highlands right yet. I mentioned Todd DeBrock as the referee. The umpire is Rich Dugan. The head linesman Scott Goldman. Line judge Bill Dodowski. Field judge is Joe Zinski. And the side judge is Vince Scape.
So we'll see what the Rams defense can do here. Leading it 14-0.
Mentioned their coach Terry George. He's a local, Mike.
Highlands grad.
Yeah, born and raised in Natrona Heights. Actually down in Natrona. He's proud of that.
Yes. He's also been, he was head coach at West A, Cornell, Carleton, and did an interim stint at Cannon Mac. So Terry's been around. 37 years in the business.
Still teaching too, Mike. Got to chat with him before.
First down for the Bridgers. 19-yard line. Osborne is back. Looking. He's going to step up, and he's going to be hit. And down he goes. Jeremiah Nelson. And then a lick for good measure by Noah Gillette.
That would be called an assist.
On Sundays, that would he might get thrown out of the game for that. It's a yard loss. He called a sack.
Yeah, we give it a sack. To Jeremiah.
Second down, 11.
No, they can split that one.
Again, they seem to be having difficulty getting the play call from the sideline. Osborne finally got over there. 7 seconds on the play clock. They're going to need to speed it up here. 5.5 left first quarter. 3, 2 seconds, 1. They're not going to get it, and Osborne takes another timeout. Well,
they had to.
They did. So that's the second timeout for the Bridgers. We can take one too if you want. 5:25 left first quarter. 14-0 Highlands. We'll be back. After their second timeout, Bridgers with 2nd and 11. Osborne throws on this. Oh boy, it hit 2 players. First of all, it hit the hand of Amari Flanagan, and then it hit the shoulder pad of Austin Ludovici. Unfortunately for Ambridge, neither of them caught it, and no Highlands player in the vicinity. It's 3rd and 11.
Now in high school, anybody can touch the ball. There doesn't have to be
every level now. Yeah, it's not like the Immaculate. Did you watch This Is Us?
Yes, that was great.
It was all Franco'd up. I don't watch the show.
I
don't watch the show, but when I saw there was a lot of Franco on there, and I just wondered if they messed it up because if they asked if people were watching it on TV.
The guy was a dead ringer for him.
Nobody was watching it on TV unless you went to Clarion.
And he even talked like him.
3rd and 11. Osborne blitz. Gets out of there. Dances. Gets hit. He's going to be short. He gets down to the 16-yard line. Good job by Elijah Fondrick to bring him down. He gets a couple down to the 16. It's 4th down. Let's see if the Rams can hold him here.
Their kicker, Mike, is number 23. He's coming out. Gorman.
And they're going to kick. They're going to kick the field goal. And now remember, some of his punts have been low. We'll see if the Rams get in there. The Rams have blocked kicks this year. And they run Johnny in there on some twists and some different things. So this will be a 32-yard attempt.
Jake Gorman,
the kicker. At the post to our left. Snap, the ball is down. Gorman's kick is on its way, and it
hit the upright one.
Literally crawls over, hit the crossbar, and went over, and it's good. And Ambridge is on the board with a field goal of 32 yards by Jake Gorman.
He scraped the paint there for sure, Mike. And he kind of double clutched. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
The snap seemed a little high, and he got it down and got it through, though. They're on the board here. Guess what? That makes the 10 the birdie predicted look good right now.
Here comes the kickoff, too. Maybe we'll have some business here on this kickoff. So the Rams do stop him. Good job by the defense, though. As I said, the defense has been playing better and better each week, and you can see the strides they're making. And the thing, too, here with these two teams that the Rams are playing in these next 2 weeks, they haven't scored hardly at all. Montour next week has scored 13 points, and Ambridge has scored 20 points coming into tonight. So total.
Big night in Northwest 8 tonight, Mike. Blackhawks at South Fayette. A battle of unbeaten in conference, but only one of those teams is undefeated overall. That is Blackhawk. How you like that?
Gabe Booker and Caleb Radishak stand deep back at the 7-yard line. 4:34 left first quarter. 14-3 Highlands. The 3 special teams points by the Bridgers. Radishak at the 16. Radishak spins through 30, 35, and up to the 40-yard line. Good return by Caleb. And the Rams, again, have had great field position all night, and they continue. They'll start at the 40-yard line.
24 on that return. Again, excellent field position. Montour is at home tonight with Knock, and we kind of follow Knock.
We could use a little help there.
Yes.
We could use Montour to help it. Who would be thinking we need Montour to beat Knock? That's a little backwards.
Non-conference night, South Park at Newcastle. Talk about them a little bit later on.
By the way, breaking ties. Highlands is in 5th place in the conference right now, and top 4 make the playoffs. Just what that one win did.
Well, we can talk about that Saturday homecoming. Ringgold's at Beaver. Beaver likes to do their homecomings on Saturday.
I'm sure they didn't want to have to wait an extra day to play after last week. Cohen throws, and it's batted down, deflected. Big man got a hand on it, and that's Christian Kamzelski, big number 63, the senior, batted it down.
How I see it shaking out, Mike, where we're going to need the help if things just go according to Hoyle is Knock plays Newcastle a week before we do at Newcastle.
And we're going to have to beat Newcastle.
Right, definitely. But if Knock gets beat by Newcastle, we beat Newcastle, I think that puts us in.
Then we start adding up Gardner points, Dean.
Because we don't want to have Knock in a tie.
Well, it could be a three-way tie. And then
three-way tie is good, but if we tie with Knock straight up, we lose.
We'll see. Right. So we'll see. Second and 10 at the 40. Sprint out by Cohen. He's going to run it. Finds a crack up over the 40, 45.
Go, Mike.
Go.
One
50,
guy.
40. Cohen on his way. 30, 20.
What's he going to do with him?
Jukes a man and gets thrown down at the 7-yard line. Man alive, can he go? He gets those legs going. Seth Cohen averaging 7 yards a carry, and that counts sacks.
That's going to add on to that 7 yards of carry. Flag way back, though, Mike, at the 46-yard line.
Oh, good. Yep. There it is. The penalty bugaboo.
Something about they're banging heads. What the heck does that mean, Mike? You went like this.
That could have been a head-to-head contact.
Isn't that allowed?
No.
Well, I'm just saying it happens during the game. Was he making a block? Well, the good news, if you're on YouTube, back it up and see what happened.
I think that's the signal for the peel back block.
Maybe
that's what happened with Danny a couple of weeks ago. That's exactly what that's a signal for. And again, a peel back block is not illegal. It's only illegal if the official deems it too forceful.
Ooh.
Give Cohen 14 yards on that, by the way.
All right, 14 for 14.
And the penalty is 15 yards. Back to the 38. So it will be second down and 12. All that for -2. Man can Cohen go. His longest run, 61. That was a touchdown. And he had that other long one last week, remember. He got knocked out of bounds inside the 5. Cohen has time. Pumps. Sprints right. Looking. Going to fire it deep. And it is incomplete. Booker stopped. Yeah. If he would have kept running, he would have run right under that.
And he had some separation, Mike. I don't understand why he did it.
He stopped and then went back running after the ball. That ball was thrown well.
And that's where you separate. You have the speed to do it. He didn't accelerate that time. Great block by that time by Joaquin Roman. Mike.
Yep, yes it was.
He's playing on a gimpy knee. Did you see it taped up there?
Mm-hmm.
Remember last week at the end of the game, he went down, came out for a few plays, but he's an Oriole. He's out there tonight. Only on offense tonight, though. They're not playing him on defense.
Last year, the game here was the opener. The Rams won it 28-14. Remember, they were down going in late into the third quarter until they scored that Booker touchdown on a punt return, put them ahead to stay.
Fake the blitz.
All day for Cohen. Pumps.
He could run.
Sprints left. Now he's going to throw. He got Gillette wide open at the 40. Inside the Ambridge 40.
Look at him bounce off, Mike.
Spins and turns inside the 30. Noah's still driving to the 29-yard line.
He won't give it up.
Now they finally blow the whistle.
Don't try to hit him high, Mike. That's not going to work.
No, it's not. Oh, and Gillette was just standing there all by himself, waving his arms to Seth, and he found him. 12 and 22, 34 yards.
Get back to running the ball.
Cohen over 100 already. Or 97.
97. Mike, that first pass, I had 43 yards. You said 33. We got to talk about that because it was the 44-yard line.
It went from the 42 to the 36.
The one that went to the 3-yard line.
Oh, 33 yards. 36 to the 3. Taylor sprints right. And gets inside the 25 and down to the 21-yard line. Down there for the Bridgers was number 34, the senior linebacker, Correa King.
You know what happened, Mike? They had bad yardage on the board. They had
never look at the board. That's why I write them down. From the 29 to the 21.
And that's why you do play-by-play. All right.
Cam up to 50 already. 2:44 left of the first quarter, and the Rams lead at 14-3. Wide side of the field to the left. They're going to give it to Gillette this time. Pops it through there, and Gillette gets the first down and makes the pile move inside the 15 to the 13. He laid a lick on the Ambridge defensive player. I believe it was Gil Martin. It was.
He's slow in getting up. Okay, Mike, we can get a first down without getting a touchdown here. 1st and 10 at the 13.
to 22. Karen Valentine, first quarter.
Room 222.
Crabbing motion by Gillette. Oh, they moved 2 minutes at the same time.
Yeah.
They can't, actually.
I didn't think
somebody finally realized.
No, Dom ran on a
timeout.
timeout. Let's see.
2 men can move.
See if they got it.
2 men can be moving, but not at the snap.
There you go.
That's it. So Dom Girardi calls a timeout.
It's us time to talk about Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph. Proudly welcome you to Lucchino Insurance Financial Group. Serving the AK Valley for decades, Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. Healthcare industry is ever-changing, so it's vital you understand your options. And I'm turning 65 November 5th, and I've got a ton of options. I sat down with Joe, and they made some recommendations I'm taking, and I'm going to be insured for life. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection. You can call today at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let Lucchino Insurance and Financial put you on the road to financial stability today.
Hey, it's funny. We talk about the uniforms, the Rams in the white tops and the gold pants tonight. Last week, I kept switching shirts because we were losing, and I settled on this one last week that we won, so I wore it again. This was the shirt from this is the shirt from the 08 team.
I recognize it. We're gonna honor them by next week.
So if Highlands is fortunate enough to win again tonight, I'll probably have to pull this one out next week again.
The 98 team and the 2008 team, both undefeated, have a 10th and 20th anniversary this Friday. Be at the Community Center, 6:15. Take you down to the field, have special seating for you. And we're going to bring the 76 team, Mike, the undefeated team there, too, back.
Cohen still has it. Sprints left. Fires.
Beautiful.
Caught by Loveland. Cuts back and scores. DJ Loveland steps into the end zone on a 14-yard strike from Seth Cohen. Loveland catches his second of the year, and Cohen has thrown his 11th touchdown pass.
13-yard strike. Now he's over 100, Mike.
Easily.
110 now for Cohen, and
2 for Loveland catches for 44 yards, and Loveland's second leading receiver for the Rams, 17 catches. Bowser's kick is on its way, and it is good. And at 2:05 left first quarter, it's Highlands 21 and the Ambridge Bridgers 3.
4 out of 7 for Seth so far, Mike, and again, over 100 yards.
Let's hear him.
Golden Ram Band made it, Mike.
Yes, they did. A lot of scoring here in the first period. There you go. There you go.
Matthew Baresic, the band director, and again, Mike, they put on a great halftime show. They've been doing the our error, by the way.
At our age, we have a lot of errors.
Yes, well, one of our errors. They've been doing disco this year, Mike.
They have a great halftime show, and they have a great band. It's always. And we see a lot of other bands, a lot of good ones, some not so. The Highlands band is always tremendous, and we appreciate their hard work.
J.C. Bowser out there, she's going to get tired, Mike. She kind of laid back on that last one, that long return, and I thought she might have had to get involved. She always has the key in her hand, though.
Here's the kick. It's going to be pulled in by Locust again at the 15, 20. Rams got to do a better job. Tries to get outside and does. 30. Rams reaching with a lot of arm tackles.
Still
on his feet.
Look at that.
And gets to the 50-yard line and down to the Highlands 46. They got to fix that.
Yep.
I think they should try to kick it somewhere else.
Jocham and Gillette were down there, Mike, but boy, he broke 3 tackles before they got to him.
Coverage teams this year have been really good, and this is, it had been a problem at times in the past. It's going to be all the time. It's the hardest thing to put together a unit of at this level, especially with the numbers the way they are nowadays. So they'll get that fixed.
I always say, Mike, high school football is the toughest sport to coach because you're asking 11 kids who are 16 and 17 to do something together at the same time. It's impossible.
Motion man is Ludovici, and the give through the middle is Gil Martin. And he gets down to the 40-yard line. Noah Gillette was down there, and our man, big 50.
Also,
Jeremiah Nelson.
Ethan Jones in on that stop too, Mike. Good forward push, though. Gets 7 yards, makes it 2nd and 3.
Davon Gilmartin. Sophomore only.
And that's a hyphen, by the way. It's
yes. Gil-Martin.
Not Gilmartin.
Ludovici in motion again. Osborne keeps it. Osborne got a first down. Outside to the left. He's on his way. Flag down.
Marker.
Osborne's out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, but the flag goes down at the 31 of Ambridge.
Penalty marker way in the back. Mike, Deshaun Hawley got blocked on the back on that play, so you're going to bring that back.
Our official Todd Brock. That'll be to the spot of the foul, so Osborne will get an 8-yard pickup on that.
It's becoming a more popular play with the quarterback. It's not really a run-pass option, so it's just basically he just waits,
right.
Delays, and then hits up in there quick.
Now mark the ball back to the 41, and it's going to be 2nd down and 13. Okay, they're going to mark it to the 30. Yep, the 40, I mean.
First penalty tonight for Ambridge. Highlands had 2.
And 2nd and 13, it'll be 1:09 left. Oh, 3rd down?
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, I'm sorry.
And we have another timeout.
Because the play was downfield, and now we have another timeout in this one.
And this is only the first quarter, Mike.
We'll be by Highlands. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Each team's used 2 timeouts. 2nd and 3. Penalty was downfield. Gilmartin. Oh, what a play by Nelson. And then Weston finishes it up. Oh, Nelson was engaged with the blocker, David Polachek, and he fought him off. And while he was being blocked, he got 2 hands on the ball carrier and slowed him down enough to get him tackled.
Weston and Jones in on that stop. Make it 3rd and short. Now here's what they're doing, Mike. Look who's going off. Cam's going off there, bringing Johnny in a linebacker.
Or extra defensive back. And then they can blitz Johnny.
Shoot him.
Yeah, from wherever they would like to.
So would this be our nickel package?
This actually would be a nickel. That's exactly. It's taking a linebacker off. And Johnny playing, the outside linebacker. And you see Fondrick's moved inside. Osborne, trouble. Trouble for Highlands, more like it. First down inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Price brought him down, but Osborne did it with his legs.
And that was just nothing more than a zone read, Mike. He saw that he had some inside room, took advantage of it. I love what the Ambridge wide receiver did. He put his hands in the air like, I'm not touching Johnny. So there is no marker on the play, but 1st and 10.
15 yards for Osborne. Puts it down at the 25-yard line.
He is only a junior, Mike.
They're going to let the first quarter run out. And that will be the end of first quarter at Mo Rubenstein Stadium with the score Highlands 21 and Ambridge 3. Well, you may not know this, but the average date of the first snowfall in Western can be somewhere near the end of October. So there's
Halloween many times, Mike.
So there's no better time than right now to stop into Highland Tire and Highland Integrity Alignment. See why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley for 26 consecutive seasons. Family owned and operated since 1961, Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires in the Pittsburgh area. And as always, if you don't see it on site, they'll order it for you. Visit HighlandTire.com or give them a call in Trentham at 724-224-9222. In Natrona Heights, 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price, we deliver.
Kenny needs a oil change, and he's going to get it Monday. And walk-ins are welcome. You get an appointment if you want to, either way, but they'll take care of you. He's already got more miles on that Subaru than Kathy and I have on both cars combined.
So it'll be first down for the Bridgers at the Highlands 25. They'll move left to right here in the second quarter. The Rams in the lead, 21-3. And again, special teams have set Ambridge up with good field position.
Yeah, you're talking a pregame like about Highlands getting a big special teams boost, but so far Ambridge has.
Boy, heavy line now. No wide receivers.
Took forever to get that handoff off.
And he has nowhere to go. He gets down to back to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Guess who? Mr. Nelson.
Waiting arms of Jeremiah. They went power that time. Brought everybody in tight.
That is the 4th tackle for Jeremiah. Noah Gillette leads us with 6. Noah was the AK player to watch this week, Mike. He's our leading tackler at 65 tackles, 2 sacks and 2 fumble recoveries. Doing a great job for us, the senior Noah Gillette.
2nd and 10. Gil Martin, one of the sidecars. The other is Benny Korklick. Now they reset.
They both move, Mike.
And they're going to do the direct snap to Gil Martin.
Tries
to get outside to the left, but the Rams are waiting.
Look who's there.
And Noah Gillette says hello and how do you do?
On cue, the player to watch in the AK Valley, Noah Gillette, come through. Mike, did 2 guys move at the same time there?
It was difficult to tell. Again, as long as it's not, well, his ball snapped.
No, it looked like they both moved, then they snapped the ball.
Well, 2 guys can move as long as the ball's not being snapped.
All right.
3rd and 11 now. You see the ball at the 26. Mason Osborne was in the homecoming court. The homecoming king was number 52, Loxley Johns.
And that's the last time you'll see him tonight.
He's going to have to turn in that crown for a helmet, though. Osborne is back. Now they come after him. Osborne's going to throw it. It is incomplete. Gil Martin had to go off his hand, and it's 4th down. Now we'll see if
he deserved a better fate there, Mike, because he gave a nice pass right in his hand. It should have been caught.
We'll see if Terry George decides to go for it. Opponents 3 for 11 against Highlands on 4th down this year. That's only 27%. Where Highlands has been hurting this year is 3rd down. Opponents converting 53% on 3rd down against the Highlands defense. Not tonight.
Well, if you remember, they scraped the upright from 32 yards out
on the last 4th down, right. So they're not kicking any field goals here. 4th and 11. See if the Rams can hold here. Osborne is back. Has time. Fires it down the middle, and it's incomplete. He overthrows his intended receiver. That was Amari Flanagan. Brandon Jochum was down there. So was Caleb Radishak, and the Rams hold. Now the defense stands up that time. This will be their worst starting position offensively, all the way back at the 26-yard line.
Seth Cohen comes in, Mike, the 9th leading passer in WPL. He's 58 of 126 coming in tonight for 977. Has 10 touchdowns, make it 11 tonight. He's averaging 16.8 per pass reception. That might go up here a little, we'll see, huh?
They got some gaudy numbers. Johnny, 22.3 per catch. 1st and 10 at the 26. Rams look over to head coach Dom Girardi, standing by the down marker. Play clock at 5.
27 per reception tonight, Mike.
And now the Rams move.
Yeah, it looked like that.
They wound the play clock all the way down and then ended up taking a penalty.
4 completion tonight for 110 yards, coming out to 27 yards per catch.
1st and 15 for the Rams, back at their 21.
And one of those was a 13-yard touchdown. We didn't know how long that would have went, huh?
Talk about the field position. The Rams have started at the Ambridge 49, their own 49, and their own 40. So this is easily their worst starting spot. Cohen is back. Cohen's going to throw it down the middle, and it's going to be caught.
Booker caught a great block by Johnny, Mike.
50, 40.
Talk about gaudy numbers.
30,
pick him up, put him down.
74 yards for a Highlands. 79 yards.
79 yards.
Touchdown.
That's going to increase the average, huh, Mike? 189 yards now on 5 completions for Seth Cohen. Johnny laid a beautiful block out there, too, for him.
79. Cohen now 5 for 8 for 190.
And Mike, he's circled that 2,000 yards he got last year again. He basically has to average 200 yards a game because this is our 10-game season. That's not counting playoffs, which we hope it adds an 11th game in, but he's on target.
Booker, 2 catches for 112. Good snap to Cohen. Bowser's boot is on its way, and it is good. 4 for 4 for JC tonight. 9:27 left till halftime. Highlands 28, Ambridge 3.
Golden Rams, Mike, tuning it up very quickly here. Hey, John, if you can get a shot of the sidelines down there. Frankie is over there. Frankie Girardi tonight. His mom delivered him to the meal, said, Dad, you take him. I've got 4.
So that's the second time she's delivered him.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Frankie's a water boy tonight, Mike, and he's been coming to practice every night, and he enjoyed watching the broadcast the other night, so I told him I'd give him a special shout-out. So, again, Frankie comes, he gets in shoulder pads, helmet, the whole 9 yards for practice. He runs the drills with the kids, and tonight he's a water boy. He's had plenty of action so far, by the way.
I think 2 plays, 74 yards, 50 seconds. And the Rams offense is firing on all cylinders right now. And they lead at 28-3. This is just a different team than it was earlier in the season.
We knew it was there, Mike.
And then you look back at that knock game and just kick yourself.
Yeah, we had a lot of opportunities that got by us.
Bowser, it hits the ground and it's picked up.
Johnny this
far side
that'll
by
be
Benny
enough
Korklick,
that,
and that'll be this. And that'll be that. Korklick, they're going to give him forward progress up to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Bridgers will start at 9:21 left first half.
Johnny down there, along with DJ Loveland and Xavier Smith.
There we go. Xavier Smith, one of the 3 people that have punted this year. Cam's got that figured out now, I think.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Done a really good job. He really has.
Pinned them back deep last week, Beaver. That was big.
Yeah, they kicked that one, knocked that one out the 1-yard line, and that was the big play for to help the defense out. First down for the Bridgers. Next week they will have Beaver in here. Speaking of Beaver, they'll be on the short week. Big Beaver Valley matchup. Gilmartin shifts over to Osborne's right. And the give is to Davon Gilmartin with a big hole up the middle. Breaks the tackle here. He comes to the near side of the field. He's over the 50 and pushed out of bounds by Radishak in the Highlands territory.
Cam jumped in the hole, Mike, but Gilmartin did a little wiggle there out of Cam's arms, and he's off to the races.
30-yard pickup.
9:12 here to go before the half. Highlands leading 28-3. Ambridge on the move, though, into Highlands territory.
Very unusual. Ambridge takes a huddle.
You don't see those anymore.
What's that?
Yes.
First down at the 45. This is Osborne on the follow. Osborne with good yardage. Boy, they're just blowing up in a couple of big holes those last 2 plays. And Osborne has a first down at the Highlands 35.
Osborne got some nice yards and decided to take the slide. Ethan Jones gets credit for the tackle, and they get credit for another first down.
Now they go without a huddle this time. Good drive by the Bridgers. Couple of big plays, 40 yards, both on runs, right up the middle.
Twin to both sides.
Osborne,
pumps,
back, trouble,
down,
hit, and down he goes at the 40-yard line. Johnny Christ made first contact.
He'll get credit for the sack.
Max Weston was in there too.
There he is. Yep. Johnny said he was in a corner fire once in a while, and he did that time. Picked the right hole to go through. Him and Max get credit for the sack.
Third one. Is that what you have? 3?
Mm-hmm. And makes it 2nd and 14. Highlands bringing heat. Osborne has not been able to pump fake like he wants to. Here they all come, Mike Desar's Army.
And Osborne with another big hole through the middle. Inside the 30, and he's very close to a first down as they bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Price and Cohen on a stop. Boy, Osborne did a nice job at filling the heat coming from the right side. Stepped up into the hole. Another long run makes it 3rd and 2. Keep calling Johnny Crease over there. And you help with the pronunciations.
I had it right. I thought Osborne found a crease.
He did.
Yeah. 3rd down. 2.
High snap.
That'll be Gil Martin moving too soon. 5 yards will send it back and make it 3rd and 7. That'll be a legal motion. That helps. We talked about earlier that Highlands defense giving up over 50% on 3rd down. Ambridge only 1 for 5 tonight on 3rd downs. So that has gotten better there too.
Ambridge hasn't punted yet, have they, Mike?
They punted, yeah, they punted twice. Remember the first time we got a hand on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any punt returns.
And we haven't punted. Osborne. Oh, geez. See how high? Get up there, and there's Nelson. And down he goes. Johnny Christ.
Nelson gets a sack.
By the way, that's how he can dunk.
Yes.
My goodness. And Osborne just had to pull it back down because Johnny, that ball might have hit him in the navel.
I'm telling you, he was so excited about being able to fire today in that corner spot. And that's another dimension, Mike. We slowly bring things in during the year, and he is a big drink of water.
4th and 12, and the Bridgers will have to punt, so the Rams did a good job there.
Let's get that return you've been talking about, Mike.
Gorman, the punter. Single safety back there for Highlands is Radishak. Here's the snap.
Comes Johnny again.
They come through there, and Gorman
That's why
gets
we
it
have
out
got
of
the
there.
Return one.
It's going to hit. Rams need to get
nice
out of the
roll
way.
for them, though.
Yep. The Rams are going to have the long field to go here. It'll be 1st and 92 at the 8-yard line.
And they're going to throw a penalty marker way over there, Mike. And you know what they're going to call?
What are they going to call?
They're going to call Radishak on a personal foul for blocking the guy when the ball was nearly down. That's my guess.
Well, you're allowed to block a guy if the ball's rolling dead.
According to that guy, we're on the left-hand side. You're not. That's what I saw.
Holding against Ambridge.
Okay.
Personal foul against Ambridge. He's asking the Rams if they want it. No, we'll keep it down there. It's always one of my favorite things. Would you like 15 yards?
So I'm going to guess it went the other way. I thought Radishak wasn't allowed to block somebody.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So the 15 yards puts it up at the 23.
I think maybe the guy didn't like being blocked. How's that sound?
There's that. 1st down, Highlands on their 23.
So much for the shot over own goal line, huh, Mike?
You bet. They lead it 28-3. Cohen, give to Gillette on the sweep to the right, and he's brought down from behind nicely by 66, and that's Jacob Troutman, the junior. Grabbed him by the back of the jersey and threw him down, which is legal, by the way. No gain.
No gain for Gillette on that play. Mike, Johnny led a WPL in receptions last week with 8.
He's caught 24 coming into the year. He's been shut out tonight. They're paying special attention to him.
No doubt about it.
Gillette again. 2 hands on it, and here he comes through the middle. Pinballs through there up over the 30 to the 33-yard line. He's very close. It'll depend where Todd Brock and his crew of officials mark the football. Let's see. Tom Girardi over there getting a bird's eye view. I think he's short by probably about a
inches.
Foot. Nope, first down, they said.
There it is.
I think.
Yes, no, maybe. Well, let's see.
Well, the stick guys decided it was a first down, but
gave him a first
I don't think Mr. Brock did, and I think he has the final say.
No, he's going to give it to him.
They're moving it.
He says, if you guys are from Ambridge and you think it's a first down, it's good enough for me.
17 yards on 3 carries for Noah Gillette.
So let's give the stick crew some credit there, Mike.
Noah Gillette came into the year with 8 yards rushing. He has 17 tonight. He's done most of his damage receiving the ball this year.
Yes. He has 5 catches for 82 yards. He's averaging 16 yards a catch, Mike.
Yeah. And
Johnny's. They gave him a single.
Going deep. Christ is out there. He pulls it in. 30, 20.
Gone, Mike.
Here's Johnny.
Single coverage that time, Mike. That's solid and delivered. 67 yards, Mike?
You bet.
How about that? They even had the ball marked correctly. So 189 and 67. Let me use my advanced calculations.
By the way, forget what I said. I got 257. Forget what I said about Johnny not having caught a ball tonight.
Wow, 257. 6 receptions.
John, our cameraman, said he looked like Jared Goff on that pass. He really did.
He laid it out perfectly. He saw when he got the single coverage. He took advantage of it.
J.C. Bowser in for the extra point.
And it is.
And she is 5 for 5 with 4:57 to go first half. Cohen's thrown 3 touchdown passes. Taylor's run 2 in. And the Rams lead it 35-3.
And Mike, he's averaging 43 yards of reception now.
And we have Cohen at 6 for 9. You know, that game at Blackhawk last year, he was only 6 for 12 for all those yards to Romello. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
6 for 9, 257.
43 yards per reception.
So that's tremendous. So the Rams lead it 35-3.
And if I had my druthers, Seth would have played his last down on defense.
Yeah, maybe you can probably maybe seeing a lot of guys change up here. We haven't had a mercy rule game this year. We may be in for that. The field goals kind of kept it from being mercy from Ambridge's standpoint right now.
Middle school had a mercy rule game this week, Mike, 54-7.
Did you get to do the clock for that one, or was that Mr. Stabile?
I did that clock.
They had mercy on you.
Yes. My buddy Jerry come and help me run the clock because I have to do the stats, the PA, and the clock at the same time.
That's multitasking.
For an OG, it is. And that does not stand for original gangster, by the way. I'm just an old guy.
See if we can fix this kickoff return problem again here. Last one was good.
Oh, fumble.
The ball's loose.
He didn't go down.
It's still loose.
Right?
I think the Rams might have it.
He didn't
it
go
was
down
dropped by Benny Corklick, and I think Highlands has the football.
Who's going to come out with it?
They do.
They're still fighting down there.
Gillette's on top of the man that has it. And the man that has it is Caleb Radishek's shoes. Yep.
Caleb Radishek gets the fumble recovery. And the Golden Rams going to go to work again, Mike, on a short field this time.
Well, the Rams did that last week, Dean. They recovered a fumble on a kickoff. And at the 4:53 mark.
35-3, Mike. We can have the mercy rule effect here.
Well, it won't be till the second half.
But I'm just saying.
You've got the, 35 points
is the magic number.
Keeps the clock rolling.
Mike Love in favor of that, he said.
Mike Love of the Beach Boys here with us tonight. I'm sure he's never heard that before.
Never.
First down at the 31. Cohen's going to keep it. And Cohen shoots through a hole inside the 10. And he's got a 1st and goal at the Ambridge 6-yard line.
Cohen's doing it all right, Mike.
They're going to give him the 7, 14 yards. 12 Highlands first down. Cohen 2 for 28 tonight.
2 for 28, 14 on that carry.
1st and goal for the Golden Rams with 4:40 to go first half. Trying to win their 2nd in a row, Dean. And if the Rams win tonight, that'll be the first 2-game winning streak in the Dom Girardi era.
How many did you get Seth on that play, Mike?
14.
14.
From the 21.
From the 21.
Taylor, right side, dancing, tries to get there, but the Bridgers do a good job, but he dives forward, and he scores anyway. Touchdown, Cam Taylor. Well, they had him stopped. They had 3 men with him, but Cam kept those legs going, and he fights his way in for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Cam's got the hat trick.
The triple, huh? As we say goodbye to the Buccos this weekend.
You said goodbye to them a long time ago.
I did. But you're excited because they might get over 500, right?
Trying to go for the winning season. Bowser. will kick it. John says she's got to be tired. She might be, that leg. We're going to get her in the whirlpool at halftime. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:17 to go, first half. Highlands 42, Ambridge 3. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. So Dean, J.C. Bowser's kicked 6 extra points. This will be her 7th kickoff.
Yikes, that's a lot of kicking.
Maybe that's why we've let a few go. We tired running down there. I don't know. 42-3 Highlands. Well, they came in here and did exactly what they needed to do, at least in the first half. And you got to play 2 halves. Ask Pat Narduzzi. Anyway, I digress. Here's the kick by Bowser. Coming down the far hash, and
same guy,
still
Mike.
Trouble over there by Korklick. Picks it up, and now he's dragged down at the 25. And DJ Loveland down there to make the tackle for Highlands, and Ambridge will start. 1st and 10 at their 25, 4:14 to go till halftime.
We knew we had something special in DJ Loveland last year, Mike, as a freshman, because remember he was a special teams demon down there, and he's really come along this year as a wide receiver. Doing an outstanding job. I thought that key play against Beaver last week was that touchdown where he caught it in a driving rainstorm
and fell over,
line, and fought 10 yards.
He fell over a pile of men. That's why they didn't call him down, and he rolled over them into the end zone. Down at the scoreboard end, if you remember.
We were running out of time, if you remember. And
I think there were 6 seconds left when he scored. Yeah.
And that was not going to be an easy convert from the 1 yard line.
That drive was amazing. 2 minutes, 19 seconds, 9 plays, 84 yards. In a driving rainstorm, and the wind was crazy. The only thing missing was Miss Gulch on her bike.
Exactly.
Here's the give to Gil Martin. The Rams waiting for him, and they have him at the 26-yard line as big Nathan Riddell in there in the stead of Danny Timmons tonight makes the tackle.
And it doesn't seem like it's a 39-point game, Mike. Golden Rams know what they want on offense, but
it's been systematic here in the first half.
Ambridge had a couple decent drives.
We were in here last year. The final score was only 28-14. Ambridge has been on hard times. Their numbers have gone up, but a lot of injuries and defections. And what'd you say? They're down into the 30s again.
Yes,
for Terry.
JV game is iffy for tomorrow.
And they're going to run a stretch play. Gil Martin to the left. Oh, what a play by Gillette.
He would not give up.
Chased him down and brought him down.
He had him by the jersey, slid down to the hips, and finally at the ankles he went down. And he lost a yard in that play, Mike.
He did. That was just simple outside zone right. And the Rams may have had the time to get there and get him.
Tenacity on the part of Noah, this 9th tackle of the night. I thought they did a great job against Beaver last week, Mike, at turning the play inside. They didn't give up the corner.
It was their best effort to this date, and that's all you can ask for is to keep getting better. I think the right tackle moved Jacob Troutman.
And I thought
a little anxious.
Great job. It doesn't show up on the score sheet, but was Max Weston. He was jumping in the backfield, turning those plays up inside. If you don't give him the edge, they've got to come to you, and that's when
he has grown a lot over this year, as has Jeremiah Nelson. And Nelson's a sophomore, and Max is a junior.
Now Max is really junior, but it's his first year playing, Mike.
But he was hurt all last year. He was on the team, but. 3rd down, 16. Pistol behind Osborne. Osborne going to run the option. Oh, he flips it back. There's nobody home. This is Gil Martin back inside his 5. The Rams are going to get there. It was Gillette. Bringing him out of bounds at the 14.
And on cue, Mike, we mentioned Max Weston. He was in the backfield. He broke that play up. The quarterback wanted to take it a little wider before the pitch, and Max would say none of that, forcing him to pitch it out wider than he wanted to, and you see the results here. And we got a penalty marker down.
Yes, we do. It would have been 4th and 22, but we'll see what we have here. They're talking to Noah. The Rams will probably just decline this to get the ball. There's 2:06 to go. They probably want to try to put some more points up before the half. Let's see what Todd Brock says.
That's what it was.
Personal foul, and there's that peel-back block, crackback peel-back block again.
So we had twice tonight here.
The Rams are going to decline it, and they'll take the football. Again, that peel-back type block, again, is not illegal. It says so in the rule book. but per se, but if the officials deem it too forceful, in other words, if you hit them too hard. So
definitely a judgment call.
4th down.
And we got the Czar's Army led by Johnny Christ, upper right-hand side, Mike.
And Gabe Booker standing at the 48-yard line. This could be it.
Look at this. Guy's trying to get on the field. You can't do that, can you?
Well, you can as long as you're not offside. Here they come, and he gets it out of there. It's high. Rams are going to let it hit.
We got a couple nice rolls.
The Rams will start at their 41.
Number 13 for them started onto the field, then decided to run off.
And I couldn't catch if they had 10 or 11, to be honest with you.
Benny Quirklick.
So it's 1st down Highlands at the Ambridge 41.
The good news, he didn't try to run down and tackle.
1:58 to go, and the Rams have 1 timeout remaining, as do the Bridgers. 42-3, Highlands leads it. Remember, stay tuned in the second half. We'll have stats coming up right out of the break. We'll have A and B trivia after the 3rd quarter. Got a lot left for you. Don't go anywhere. This is Isaiah Coleman. Tries to cut it. Near side of the field, 40. And Coleman is thrown down hard at the 38-yard line by Davon Gilmartin.
Give him 4.
2nd and 6. Clock winds to 1:25.
R.J. Jones at one of the wideouts now, Mike, getting his first action.
Loveland in the slot to the right. Hildebrand out over the football. Student body right this time. This is Coleman again. And Coleman gets it down to the 35-yard line. Gilmartin again in there to make the stop.
Flag on the play.
A marker down. This could be a substitution issue for Highlands where that flag is way back, way behind where Highlands lined up. It could be that, or it could be your get-back warning against the Highlands bench. We seem to have one of those every game.
Nope. Procedure.
5 yards against the Rams.
4th penalty for 30 yards.
Do you get the sense that Seth's thrown his last pass tonight?
Could be. Again, we have no backup quarterback on the roster.
Reminding a lot of last year at the Blackhawk game. As I said, he was only 6 for 12 in that game. Went well over 300, and Romello had the big night. So they're going to put it back at the 43 after the 5-yard penalty, after the 6-yard penalty. 2nd down and 12. Clock winds to less than a minute 1st half. Highlands will get the ball to start the 2nd half.
If he does throw a pass, Mike, it'll be to R.J. Jones. I want to see what this kid can do.
And he has not caught one so far. He's made some plays on special teams for us. Coleman squirts through there, literally, to the 36-yard line. Down there for the Bridgers was number 34. That's Correa King, the senior linebacker. 3rd down, 6 for Highlands. 22 seconds left. The Rams do not have to snap it if they do not wish.
And with the mercy rule effect, I don't think they will.
And the mercy clock will run in the 2nd half. And we come to the end of the 1st half at Mo Rubenstein Stadium with the score Highlands 42 and Ambridge 3. Another Highlands football season can mean only one thing. That's post-game at the Anchor Inn in Natrona Heights. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that family tradition.
We're getting there early tonight.
Started by their parents way back, we hope. Started way back in 1953. A great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. The original Anchor Burger is always a favorite, as well as those signature seasoned wings. And remember to ask about the Blue Plate Special, which of course comes on a blue plate. The kitchen's open to 11, so there's plenty of time to make it to the Anchor after the game, even from Ambridge. Mike and I will be there, so don't be shy. Stop by and say hi. That's the Anchor Inn on Freeport Road in Natrona Heights. Halftime at Mo Rubenstein. It's Highlands 42 and Ambridge 3. We'll be back with stats and more.